I lost about 70 pounds because he noticed. Dear ophthalmologists of America.
Bill!
You know what?
Wrong speech!
Fred and I were colleagues. We worked at the same radio station many different times. He in the morning. Yes, Doc, I know. And me midnight to 6. You know, geez. Later in my career, Fred and I worked on, thank you, really good radio spots together. And at that time, there were so many good commercial radio actors, just fantastic people. And I call it the golden age of radio commercials, really, because we did it for Alabama, Hawaii, New York, everywhere. Of those thespians, there were a number that were a creative joy to work with and on a par with any actors in the English-speaking world. Fred was one, of course. Fred. You know, Fred looking up to me and to see my reaction when he ad-libbed a gem of humor, which he would do at the end of the commercials. I thought I was the king of that. Then I worked with Fred. I'd be like, oh, that was good. And, you know, to see Fred looking up to me, to see my reaction when he ad-libbed a gem of humor during a spot was actually the greatest gift he could give me. I mean, here was Fred, master of the craft, looking at me to see if I thought he was funny. That's fabulous. GGRP Productions, I'm going to tell you something that Miles, I'm sure you'll say, yeah, you're right. GGRP Productions co-owner Miles Ramsey. Miles, could you put your hand up, please? Thank you. Thank you. We did a ton of award-winning commercials together. Miles was also the director of the first Coconut beer commercial. And if Fred, I truly believe, and you can, actually, it'd be great, Miles, if you go, no, that wasn't true, Bill. That would be good for my ego. But if Fred hadn't said at one point to Miles that he could only come in before noon to do radio spots, you know, because how many guys and girls worked morning shows here? So what time do you guys get up?
3:45.
3:45. That's amazing. So Fred would get up at 3:45, do the radio show, hit the mic with his hand like that. I like to bring a little physical comedy. And then, you know, Miles would say, could you come in at 2 to do 5 radio spots? So Fred finally said, Miles, no more. Then so Miles called me. I was like second chair. You know, they call the first guy for bassoon. And the bassoon guy can't make it. I get to call. And I think that so many of the commercials I did and became known for, I only did them because Freddie didn't do them. I'm serious. I know it's humility. I understand that. When I wrote it, I realized how humble it was. So, I'm not stupid. Sorry, East End always comes out of it. It's there, you can't get rid of it. I think we've got 2 spots with Freddie and I, and when I heard these spots, I was telling Wayne, I was transported back to being there with Fred, who was so wonderful.
Henry Kim lounging in a hotel pool.
Henry flew 10 inter-island flights with Hawaiian Airlines and got his free inter-island flight here today, Fred.
You know, the other guys, that takes 15 flights.
Well, Hawaiian Miles is the best frequent flyer program in the islands. You earn miles easier, get more rewards, and fly free faster.
Look at this. Henry Kim is reaching out. He's
this guy knows how to relax.
Say that again.
This guy knows how to relax.
That's enough. Hawaiian Miles, they really add up.
So, Skippy, you're marrying our daughter next week, yes?
Our little girl, and well, Skippy,
you thought much about the future?
Oh, yeah. Well, I think there'll be like moon stations and maybe flying.
I mean, your married future with Betsy, Skippy. For example, have you thought about insurance?
Can I call you Dad?
Right, you did.
Insurance? You know, of course we've thought about it, sir. You know, that's what
Let me give you some fatherly advice.
Yes.
Mutual of Enumclaw.
Mutual of Enumclaw. Where are they headquartered?
Enumclaw, Skippy.
Oh.
Anyway, Skip, Mutual of Enumclaw specializes in serving people in smaller towns like ours in Oregon, Washington, and Idaho. They offer all kinds of insurance.
Is that so?
Yes, and they're very stable financially. They have an A+ rating within the industry.
Wow. Mutual of Enumclaw.
They're around since 1898, you know.
Were you there when they opened, sir?
You know, Skip, a lot could happen between now and the wedding.
What do you think?